How's it going, everyone? Thanks for being here on my channel, and as always, God bless you. I hope you're doing well. So I moved the tank from the previous video that I uploaded. It was over here on this side. I apologize for the mess. I've been moving stuff around, haven't picked it up. So it was over here. Now it's just on the opposite side. I decided to go this way for a couple of different reasons. Don't really have to get into it. It doesn't really matter. I think it's going to do well here. I've got a bunch of stuff in this corner that I still have to clean out, kind of make it look a little nicer. But I did put my Hydra 26 HD on top. As you can see there, I kind of centered it the best I could. It might be a little off, but it's pretty darn close. I've got RODI water being made up downstairs. It's going to take a little bit before I can fill this tank. I mean, it is a 60 gallon. And I want to say my RODI unit's good for 100 gallons a day. It's really not pumping out that much. I don't know, I called local fish store where I got it from, and they said that the membranes can take up to 72 hours or so before they're fully functioning, which means before they're giving the adequate flow. I did rinse them all out according to the directions, and I do have a TDS meter. I actually install water softeners and treat water for a living. So I have a TDS meter, and my TDS is coming back at 0, so I know all the chemical and stuff out of the filter has been rinsed out effectively. So I know I'll have good, clean water. It's just going to take some time to get it into the tank. But I just wanted to kind of show you guys the progress. I'm trying to be a little bit more diligent about uploading videos. I really do think that these next series of videos, once I get everything in the tank and it's actually cycling, are going to be pretty beneficial to everybody out there. I'm going to go over new tank syndrome, how to avoid it. I'm going to show you guys when I start to develop diatoms and brown sand. I'm going to show you guys that. We're just going to kind of take it a week at a time. I'm going to let my water age, which I really should have done forever. I mean, I've had several saltwater tanks. I've had my ups and my downs. And to be quite honest with you, if I would have done it this way from day one, I probably would have been able to hold on to stuff a little bit longer. So we're going to do this one the right way. I'm going to take my time with it. There are corners that you can cut as far as cycling is concerned, but I do want this to be mostly an SPS dominated tank, so I'm not going to cut those corners. I'm going to spend the extra little bit of money that it takes to get the proper equipment, and I'm going to let my water age for several weeks before I really do anything major to it. I decided to go this approach because I've wanted a 60 gallon cube for a very, very long time. The videos don't really do them justice. I think it's a very slick look. If you've ever seen a 24 by 24 rimless tank, you know what I'm talking about. They're very classy, if that's the correct word. I just really like the look of them. They're sleek. Okay. So that being said, I am going to take my time with this tank. It's going to be kind of my pride and joy. I do want an SPS dominated tank. I will be doing a lot of other corals in here as well, but again, like I say, SPS dominant. It will be considered a mixed reef still because I will have other things in it. Fish, kind of hit and miss really. I'm not really 100% sure what I want to do with that yet, but I don't want to ramble too much. I'm kind of going to go off track. Let's just go over what it is that I've got on the tank right now. So I've got the Hydra 26 HD with the gooseneck. I'm not really a fan of this gooseneck, but it was, as far as I'm aware, it was the only one available for this light fixture. I'm gonna actually make a video where I break down all the equipment and I give you guys prices. So if you're interested in the equipment I have or setting up a similar display, you'll know pretty much dollar for dollar what it takes. The only other things I've got going right now, just the stand. I mean, just a typical stand. Nothing super fancy about it. Okay, it was about $225, I want to say it was, $230 from my local fish store. This is just some live sand, some live rock. That was about 24 bucks. I decided to go with the heavier stuff. You can actually see how coarse it is. Reason being is being an SPS dominant tank, I do have to have a lot of flow. You want to have as much flow as possible that everything will tolerate. I think I'm going to go with Ecotech or Ecotech Marine pumps, or excuse me, power heads. I think it was, yeah, power heads for my flow. Again, I like the look of them. They are pretty darn expensive, but I mean, you get what you pay for. So, and I'm tired of buying the cheap, $20 ones that just don't do what I need them to do. So yeah, I think we're gonna go with some Ecotech pumps on this. I'm gonna put probably 2 bags of live sand in here, see what that does. I don't want a deep sand bed. I really don't. I was actually thinking about going bare bottom, but all the tanks that I saw that were bare bottom, I don't really like the look of them. It's not natural. Plus, when you have that nice thick white sand on the bottom, it reflects the light up, so the underside of corals will actually get that spectrum, and it just looks a lot cleaner. It looks a lot slick, a lot more slick. But I don't want to do a deep sand bed for a lot of different reasons. They become nutrient takes. They end up holding a lot of broken down material and leaching it back into the water, which I'm not going to get into in this video. If you guys want me to, I could explain how to properly clean a sand bed if you guys do have deep sand beds, because you should be aerating and cleaning them. That's something I can discuss in another video though. That's really all I have on the equipment so far. I will be ordering a Zeovit system once the tank is running. Other than that, I think I'm probably going to do carbon and some type of a hang on the back refugium or filter. You can get reactors for the Zeovit media. They are fairly expensive, and it's not that, I mean, it's not that I can't afford it. It's just I think that I don't think it's necessary. Some of the videos I saw, I do a lot of stuff with Bulk Reef Supply. I order stuff from them every once in a while, but mostly I just watch their videos on YouTube because they do have some really good content. And they were actually talking about how you can just hang the Zeovit media inside of a low flow, like hang on the back filter with your carbon. And then you just shake the bag to kind of flake off the buildup, the bacterial buildup that's supposed to be going into the tank. So I'm thinking about trying that. I want to do a little bit more research on it. If I can get away with doing it that way, because they have several different tanks, they do all sorts of different stuff. I trust them 100%. And if they say that that's okay, I'll probably just save myself the $150 to $300 for the reactor. Plus, that'll save space in the tank. I don't have a sump for this tank. This tank is not drilled. I am not a fan of sumps. I don't want anything to do with a drilled tank. That's just my personal opinion. I'm not going to go any further than that. So I will be hanging stuff on the back of the tank, which I know some people don't like. But you know what? It really doesn't bother me. And like I said, I don't want to deal with a sump. So I'll probably try to get a really nice hang on the back refugium and then put some activated carbon in there with the Zeovit media and then dose the Zeovit system, which I will be making a video on. So that's my plans for the tank so far. I'm pretty friggin' excited to get water in this thing. I think it's gonna look really sweet when it's filled up. I'll keep you guys posted, but this is just kind of what it looks like for now. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to leave me a comment. Like the video, share, subscribe. I'm not setting out to be super popular, but the comments are appreciated. I do enjoy talking to you guys. And if anybody has any suggestions, I would also appreciate that. I will be going over the RODI system. Maybe I'll walk downstairs and make a video on that real quick. Just kind of give you my pros and my cons about it. All right, guys, take care.